What is going on here? Bada bing, bada boom, bada bing, bada boom, bada bing, bada boom, boom, boom. Okay, let me check to make sure everything. Let me move this out of the way. Good evenings, people. Look, before I get started, let me put this on Instagram quick because it's breaking news. Well, breaking rumors is what I'm trying to say here. Hey, Porsche. Let's go on Instagram. Should I post this right now? Yeah, I should. I should. Bada bing, bada boom. Let me find a link. Where is it? Obviously. I should be live right now. Yes, I am. Share. Copy link. Woohoo! Okay, I'm almost ready, I promise. Hey, my days. I gotta post into my story. Bada bing, bada boom. Story. Camera. Let's do that now. Woo! Okay. Let's see who's in the house. Okay, look. Da. Why is that not working? And to find the relevant picture. Bugatti up for sale. For sale, live stream. My nose is running. Let's do the swipe thing. Swipe up. No. And let's call it Bugatti. I woke up in a Bugatti. Bugatti. Okay, done. Let's do it now. Oh my God, people! Look, I got a bit of a runny nose, innit? Is that done? Yes. Yo, what's up, everyone? So, yeah, welcome to a whole new stream. I was gonna do a stream today, but this news is too crazy to not do a stream about because I don't know, man. Like, let me get it on my phone because I think that's probably the easiest way, so everybody can see. So, bam. Let's go to my messages. So I had a DM from an Instagrammer called DYFF_4.2. He basically said, this is what he said to me. Bada bing, bada boom. Let's see what he said. What did he say to me? So he said to me, thoughts on the rumor about Rimac buying Bugatti from VW for 49% of the company. I was like, I heard rumors about this, but I wasn't really like, I was like, yeah, maybe no. It just seemed too good to be true. But after DYFF_4.20 said it, I was like, okay, let me do a bit more investigations. And it turns out there's actually a lot of rumors out there right now that are saying that Bugatti is about to be sold or has already been approved to be sold to Rimac, the futuristic electric automotive company. So that is like, it's nuts when you think about it. Like, I've been trying to figure out why VW would do this, obviously. Why would VW sell Bugatti over to Rimac? What's the reasoning behind that? And then I realized, like, the world is changing, people. The world is literally moving to an electric future. And Bugatti is kind of caught in a place where if they don't do anything now, they are going to be left way behind. I mean, simply because look at the landscape right now. You have Lotus, who are known for making cheap and affordable, good handling cars, now making like crazy, like hypercars. Basically, they're competing with Bugatti. But how does Bugatti compete with that if it doesn't have the tech or if it doesn't have the minerals to compete with these new upstarts? So obviously, Bugatti is competing with people like Rimac. They compete with the Pininfarina. And it's like, how are we going to be relevant in this world where everyone's moving to electric? And obviously, I mean, for those who don't know, right? The world of car makers is quite small because I mean you have so many different car brands, but they're only owned by a few companies. For example, like the VW Group owns so many car brands like Seat, Porsche. There's so many different companies that they own, and so I guess they realized that they can't keep the dinosaur of a Bugatti with a W16 engine and still stay relevant in an electric world. So it just seems to make sense that they actually it doesn't really make sense. I cannot imagine Bugatti like. I don't know because I mean because in 1998 I think the VW Group bought Bugatti, okay, and they also own Porsche as well. But the story is that Porsche also owns a stake in Rimac, and apparently 49%. So I'm trying to figure out why VW is selling Bugatti to Rimac while Porsche owns 49% in Rimac. But Porsche is also owned by Bugatti. So I'm trying to figure out why Bugatti doesn't just basically, or why VW doesn't just make an electric Bugatti. So I don't know what, it's a very, very strange one. But that's the rumor right now. It's actually everywhere on the internet. Like, okay, not everywhere, but let me find you guys a page because maybe this will shed some light on what I'm trying to say here. Because I'm like, I can't believe it. I cannot believe that Bugatti is like literally being sold to Rimac. And what that means in terms of like the future of Bugatti and where they go from now. Because I mean, does that mean this is literally the end of the W16 quad turbo like era? Does that mean Bugatti is going to go full electric now? If the sale goes through, the answer is definitely a yes. Is a Bugatti still a Bugatti if it's electric? We're about to find out, people. But I found this story on, let me see if I can get it. Here we go. Yeah, look at this, man. So even Autocar were basically reporting about this. I'm surprised. It's not like mainstream news. Why is no one else talking about this? This major. Like Autocar is basically saying that report Volkswagen Group to sell Bugatti to Rimac by the end of 2020. And most of the sites that I visited to find out about this were saying pretty much the same thing as well. There's not much happening on YouTube about this either. So it's kind of like a big surprise because a brand like Bugatti is huge. And to be sold to a company like Rimac should be huge news, but nobody's talking about it. It's very weird. Does this mean it's just a rumor that ain't going to happen, or does this mean that it's been kept so hush-hush that no one actually knows about it? So it's kind of strange. So according to this report here by Autocar, that Rimac stakeholder Porsche is set to raise its stake in Croatian EV specialist to retain some control of Bugatti. So Porsche is owned by VW Group. Why does the VW Group just go for an electric Bugatti all the same? Or why don't they just buy a Rimac in the first place? Because I'm sure the VW is a massive, massive company and Rimac is quite small. So why is it going the other way around? I would expect VW Group to buy Rimac and then use that tech to make an electric Bugatti. But I was not expecting VW Group to sell Bugatti to Rimac, but then have Porsche, who's owned by Bugatti, buy a stake of 49% in Rimac. I mean, that's kind of weird, isn't it? It's like the VW Group buying Bugatti from itself because they're owned by the same companies. It's kind of crazy how this is going to work. But I can kind of see the logic of why they're doing this because, I mean, literally, think about it right now, right? What is happening in the world right now? Tesla basically changed the game with all the electric cars and then the Porsche Taycan. It turns out the Taycan used a lot of tech from Rimac. So now everything kind of seems to start making sense now because obviously VW did not possess the technology, at least in an advanced form, to make a fully electric car. So they had to work with Rimac to make things work. So it just seems like it's not, when you think of it that way, it's not a big surprise that the definite rumor is that Bugatti is being sold to Rimac. So what does this mean for Bugatti though? This is what I'm trying to figure out. Does this mean this is the end of Bugatti as we know it? Because it's a very scary thought to know that Bugatti is known for like building like the most luxurious, most expensive, the fastest, the coolest cars. Basically, that's what they're known for. Just giving you the best of the best. Would that still be the case if they're owned by Rimac? I don't know. It's a weird one. I mean, a Bugatti without a combustion engine or without a W16 engine, is that still going to be a Bugatti? So what is going to be the future of Bugatti moving forward? What's going to make Bugatti more special now? It's hard to like kind of picture that like in the future. It's just weird. For 22 years since 1998, is it 22 years, right? 1998? Yeah, I think it's 22 years. The VW Group have obviously owned Bugatti, and then now they just feel like, okay, it's not maybe financially feasible, or maybe it's not technologically feasible for them to own them anymore, and then they're gonna sell them off, which is kind of just weird. It just like this seems like a weird dream that you're just waking up to, but this basically is what's happening. So let's see what else they're saying here. just gonna scroll up a little bit. Da, 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 da. Yeah, this is weird. And the VW Group is considering selling Bugatti to EV specialist Rimac as part of a consolidation of volume car operations. And Porsche looks set to play an integral part in the deal. I mean, like, in which way? I don't get it. Let me read your comments here. I got Vision X saying, so Bugatti is getting sold. I know, right? I mean, you're probably as surprised as I am, because I'm like, what the hell is going on here? Like, a big surprise for me. And obviously Vision X is like, what the hell is going on? And then you got Job. I was going to call you Job, man. Yeah, that's lit. So this is the thing, right? Because I put this on Instagram. I was asking, because I had basically my Instagram. Let me just find it. Let's see what I asked. I put up my story. I asked you guys, or people on my Instagram. Let me find it. Bada bing, bada boom. So I asked if the fact that VW Group is selling Bugatti to Rimac was a good thing. So, like, most of you guys think it's actually a good thing. Like, literally, like, you voted for... No, actually, no. Most of you guys said, voted for no. Dear God, no. So, you're like, selling, like, Bugatti to Rimac is a bad idea. That's what most of you guys are thinking. But then, it's not that much of a big difference between those guys who don't like it and you guys who like it. Because some of you guys are saying, for sure, it's a good idea. So, I don't really know, like... because I was expecting like there to be like, no, it is a solid, like, a bad idea, but it's not looking like that. So it's kind of interesting how you guys are voting. So yeah, it's just a weird thing. I didn't want to go live about this, but I realized that this is potentially like really massive news in the automotive industry, to think that if someone like Bugatti is basically abandoning the like combustion engine and moving electric, then this is basically the end of everything. This means like electric is definitely the future. I'm pretty sure VW and Bugatti have the data. And maybe most of the customers are now asking for an electric Bugatti. And if they didn't do this, they get left behind. Like I was saying earlier, you now have companies like, you literally have like a new like electric car company like coming out literally every week. And all of them are offering like a luxury and unparalleled performance. And basically, they are playing in the field of where Bugatti used to play. So how can Bugatti play in the same field if they're not using similar or better technology? Because Bugatti is always about giving you the best of the best. But if all these other guys, like the new, how can I say, okay, even the Rimac, like the new Pininfarina and the new Lotus Evija, they are literally playing in the same like park as what Bugatti normally plays in. But Bugatti's play with inferior tech, meaning like combustion engine. So they had to act, I think, to do something about this, because otherwise they just get left behind. The whole brand of Bugatti, giving you the best of the best, give you the best technology, well, best design, some would say, best luxury, will not be there anymore. Because I mean, like, how much is the new Evija? It's at 2 million squid, like without options. You are looking at pretty much the same price what you pay for like a Bugatti. Like same thing for Pininfarina as well. So how are they going to be relevant in this space? And how do they differentiate themselves in this market without having to go all electric? And if you don't have the tech in the house, if you don't have the minerals, I guess you have to like find someone like Rimac, who, by the way, supply a lot of electric and tech to other car companies as well. Like, for example, another Koenigsegg use a lot of like the tech developed by Rimac. So the Porsche Taycan also use a lot of tech developed by Rimac as well. So I can definitely understand what is happening here. So I have a TVDL film saying it's actually a smart move, because the let me put it on screen so all you guys can see this. This is like front page news. So this is what TVDL film just said. It's actually a good move, because the VW Group will hold 49% of Rimac. Sorry if you already mentioned that. Yeah, just tune in. Yeah, for real. Yeah, so 49% is going to be owned by Porsche, who are also owned by Rimac as well. No, sorry, who are also owned by the VW Group as well. So it's kind of interesting, isn't it? It's like it's just a strange way to do things. Why Porsche is doing it instead of the VW Group themselves, which is kind of weird, because I know that Porsche is owned by the VW Group. So why does the VW Group just buy the 49% in Rimac? Oh, why don't just buy Rimac all out altogether? Oh, maybe they couldn't. I don't know. It just seems it's a very weird deal. Obviously, as far as I know, it's not yet finalized yet. They're saying that the finalization will be at the end of this year. I mean, what does that even mean? Because we're pretty much at the end, because it's almost the end of September, October, November, December. Before you know, it's the end of 2020. So this could happen at any time right now. So the most credible, I mean, I looked around everywhere, but the most interesting, I mean, the most reputable page I found was obviously Autocar, because they wouldn't publish anything if they didn't have some kind of concrete informations out there. So I looked on YouTube. There's not much going on about this sale, but this seems to be the case. This seems to be definitely what's happening with the sale, and it is definitely interesting news. I'll be honest. Like I was not expecting to hear about this today. So obviously, saying here Bugatti was founded in 1909. Sold 82. Oh, so Bugatti apparently sold 82 cars in 2019. That is quite a lot for them, considering how much they sell the cars for. Mainly examples of the Chiron, which features a quad turbo 8-liter. I mean, like when you hear about these numbers now, it makes you want to cry. Like if you understand like our love for like combustion engines. I mean, look at this. Like in 10 years, who is going to be talking about W16 engines? Quad turbos, 8-liter W16 petrol engine, developing 1,479 horsepower. That this will be like part of history. I mean, like the new Lotus Evija is all electric. That's 2,000 horsepower. That's leaving Bugatti way behind. I mean, they had to, I guess, TVDL was right. Bugatti had to react, and I guess the VW Group had to react as well to stay relevant in this world. And this basically is the death of the gas engine as we know it. Because if Bugatti is leaving it, then what other reason is there to be making like gas engines? It just makes no sense anymore. So I don't know. I'll put it to you guys. What do you guys think about Bugatti going electric? Is this like something that you guys will embrace, or do you think it's like it's just terrible news? What do you guys think about that? So TVDL Films also said that. And also, VW didn't make profit with Bugatti at all in recent years. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. They only kept it for reputation and heritage. You're right. So the thing about Bugatti is it costs a lot of money. I think the Bugatti Veyron, when it came out, literally VW was selling them at a loss. It was more of like a proof of concept, isn't it? It's to say, look, we can build the most amazing cars, and we have the tech to do that today. So they're making these cars at a loss. So I thought they were making a profit, or at least breaking even, but it seems in today's climate, obviously I'm saying COVID and all that stuff going on, and the uncertainty in the car industry right now, I guess it will make sense for them to say, you know what, maybe it doesn't make sense for us to keep like this luxury brand where you can only sell a few cars a year. I mean, that's less than 100 cars when you think about it. Like, is it 87 cars? That's not a lot, even though the average going price is like 1.5, 2 million quid. But that is not a lot of cars to make money off of. So I guess it comes down to economics, and this is what happens. So more of your comments up in here. I got Joe B, Hustler. W16 4-liter with a 4,000 horsepower electrical, equivalent. Equivalent of electrical energy. Yeah, and have the Tesla great power. Yeah, I think I see what you're trying to say here. Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? It's like it just makes no sense economically to make a car out of like with a W16 engine and just try to like make the equivalent power to an electric car. It just doesn't work. It's like the engines will be massive, and then you get all kinds of fines as well. Obviously, the new European legislations of how much like you get taxed 95. If you go over the 95 grams of CO2 emissions, I think you get charged £1 million, something like that, for every gram you go over. Something crazy like that. Obviously, the VW Group, owning so many brands, has to kind of find ways to make sure they don't go above that limit. I don't know if selling 87 Bugattis adds to that, but it just seems like every big car manufacturer right now, Ferrari included, right? I don't know if you guys have noticed recently, Ferrari has been shifting its attention from making V12s to like making V8s now. So who knows? Next going to be V6 before they phase everything out to go to electric. So everything is moving in that direction. So even though it's a surprise and a shock to us right now, we shouldn't be too surprised that Bugatti is going down this route. So who is going to be next? That's what I want to know. It's like it's crazy that the world is literally changing in 2020, man, beyond recognition. Look, I'm wearing a Porsche jacket because Porsche is like it's dope. But I don't know, man. It's It was definitely a surprise for me. I didn't expect to get up this morning to hear about this. And also, I appreciate the heads up from, I keep forgetting his Instagram, isn't it? This is how I knew about the news, or how I decided to talk about it based on what this guy said. Yeah, so I got a DM from DYFF_4.2. So he basically talked about Bugatti being sold, and oh my god, he's got an emoji of tears. It's basically crying right now. I don't know if you guys can see, but yeah, he's can you guys see that? No, you can't. Too much reflections in it. Yeah, he's not happy about it. I guess if you love your gas engines, this is hard news. I mean, what does this mean for anyone who wants to buy a Bugatti right now? Are they gonna wait to see what happens, or what is gonna happen to current Bugatti stock, or like cars that are current right now? Are they still gonna be sold, or will this changes everything? Is what I'm trying to say here. So yeah, this big news, and I thought I'd just talk about it to you guys and see what you guys thought about it. Maybe they'll do something like W 4 liter with 4. Yeah, maybe the next car will be a combination of electric power and gas engine. But to be honest, Rimac, knowing what Rimac are about, they're a very future forward company, isn't it? They're all about making electric cars that go stupidly fast. I can't imagine them like accepting a 50-50 where they have like a gas and electric. I think if Rimac do buy them, they're gonna go all out electric, because Bugatti's ethos is gonna be about giving you the best electric car the world has ever seen. That's what they're gonna do, and they're not gonna accept anything like in between. So they want to give you the best of the best, and they're gonna make sure they use the best tech to give you the best Bugatti the world has ever seen. So I'm guessing the next Bugatti will be an all-out super electric beast. Probably, that's what I'm thinking. So let's see what happens. We got Syndronicate. Damn, that's a name right there. Car manufacturers will move to electric eventually, so this might be the good idea. This might be a good idea. Yes. Can you imagine an electric Bugatti? I don't think it will happen. This is the thing, right? This is like imagining an electric Lamborghini. It's like that's kind of weird as well, isn't it? Because Lamborghini scream V12. And don't forget, Lamborghini also owned by the same VW Group. So what does this mean for the future of Lamborghini, though? So is VW Group basically getting rid of these brands because they're making money from them? Does this mean that Bugatti is going to be gone? Will Lamborghini be gone as well? How about Ducati, who are also owned by the VW Group? You know, what does this mean for them? Will they still be around, or will there be like more sell-offs in the near future? Who the hell knows what the future holds? But this just seems like a very, very strange way to do things. I mean, it's just a rumor at the moment. There's no concrete evidence to say this has actually happened, but the way things are looking, it looks like they've already been sign-offs. It's just a matter of like announcing that basically that Rimac has taken over Bugatti, and then who knows what will happen after that. It's crazy. But this is the news today, people. There's not really much more to talk about, but I thought I'll talk about this breaking news and let you guys know what's happening in the world of Bugatti right now. And I don't really know what's going to happen. Like the future seems very, very uncertain, like as it has been all year this year. So who knows, man? It's crazy times. But yeah, that's all I want to say, really. So like just a quick heads up on about what's happening with Bugatti. And if I hear anything else, obviously I'll go live again. And apart from that, that's all I've got. But let me see if I've missed anything here, just in case. I missed some of your comments here. But boy, this is like a big news, man. It's like a bombshell of a news. Sip of orange juice. With bits in it. God damn. Woo, that tastes so goddamn good. So yeah, people. So yeah, thank you for watching. And I'll catch you guys on the next stream. Who knows what that's going to be about. So yeah, very interesting. And by the way, I put out a new video, was it yesterday, about the new Lotus Evija. So if you haven't checked it out, go check it out right now on YouTube. It's my latest video. So yeah, go to see the Evija actually moving, and it actually makes it sound as well. Well, I'll let you guys find out for yourselves. So yeah, it's my latest video. Go check it out. Let me know what you guys think. And until next time, take it easy. Peace out from the Zamunda TV tower, people. Bugatti, Bugatti, Bugatti. Things are changing so fast. It's like it's unbelievable. Oh boy. Before I got TVDL leaving a comment. It says, cheers. Enjoy your weekend. You too, man. Hopefully. Oh, by the way, any of you guys going to Salon Privé? I'm going on Tuesday for press day, and then I'll be back on Saturday for the public day as well. So hopefully, if you guys are going, I'll see you guys there. And I cannot wait, man. Talking about Bugatti, there are gonna be all kinds of Bugattis there. They're gonna be the King Bugatti is gonna be there. The Jumeirah is gonna be there as well, and a whole heap of other really cool cars. I cannot wait to get there to basically see all that stuff I'll write about it, and then maybe talk about it here on the stream as well. So that is going to be on Tuesday. It's going to rain, sadly, but I'm still going to go anyway. So I'll be there on Tuesday for press day, and then I'll be back on Saturday for the public day as well. So hopefully I'll see you guys there. Until then, take it easy. Peace out. Woo. Oh, man, I have to go to bed. Oh, my gosh.